Hello folks, it's Derek here with the OTC on the Cheap Channel. Today we're with a DRZ 400, my wife's motorcycle, and I'm going to show you plastic restoration. This works on truck fender flares, UTVs, ATVs, motorcycles, whatever dirt bike, whatever specific mopeds, anything that has plastic to it. I mean, canoes, types of boats, just about anything. We'll call this a plastic restoration. This really is very cheap and very DIY. So here, we're dealing with here is these boot scuffs and stuff for my wife's motocross boots. It's not really so scratched up, it's skinned up a little bit, but you get the dirt that gets just ingrained in here from the constant rubbing, the off and on, the using. So this is the method I've perfected over a long time now. So this is paper towel that's wet. I'm getting some moisture in here because at no stage do you want this to be dry. I'm sorry, I'm doing this one-handed. A little bit of dish soap. Again, we don't want anything to be dry. Doesn't matter what type of dish soap. Nothing fancy. And on this cloth, I'm going to put a little bit of Comet, Mr. Clean, etc. Whichever you want to call it. That might be too much. Just about right, some people say. We'll dampen it down a little. This will take the scratchiness out of it. Now, if I can set you somewhere, you can see this happen, but I don't think if that's an option for in here. We're in the shed today because it's windy. I didn't want the microphone bothered by the noise. So what we're going to do is we're going to start. Give it a little bit of rubbing. Remember, this has to be wet. And not really very hard rubbing either. I've been using this since 1980 or so on all manner of dirt bikes and ATVs, and I gotta tell you, it really works. Now, you see the difference where I just did, and like a little spot down here where I didn't. Now, see the difference in that? Now we're back to the gleaming white. If it looks a little different here, it's just because of the way the light's hitting it. I can show you that this method, when done properly, a little more water to wet things down here. Like I said, you want to make sure this stays damp at all times. And this is making it function similar to a rubbing compound, but you're not getting nearly the grit. So as I said, moisture is key. I'm not rubbing really as hard as it may seem, but the best thing about this is now the dirt and scuff marks are completely gone, and it even eliminates the whole visibility of the scratch to start with by taking the dirt out of it. And the best thing is in the light, you don't have any scratches at all, and this doesn't make for any weak spots in the plastic or take any of the color away. You can armor all this too if you want. But it's not necessary because this is back to how it was. Just a simple, the water adds lubrication, the soap adds lubrication in the polishing, and we just use a little bit of the grit to get rid of the dirt. Now this works on any scratch. Now I can show you back here. There's a couple here on the side plate too. I'm getting low in moisture, but I'll give you a quick shot here. There's the water. Little bit of soap. I'm just going to freehand this one. A little bit of our Comet, Mr. Clean, Old Dutch, no sponsor, so it's all the same thing. Now we're going to follow this scratch down. And what do you think? Can you see that scratch anymore? See, there was 1, 2, and 3. We still have that one and that one, but this one is absolutely gone. Now I've tried the YouTube famous using a torch to get rid of scratches, and that hazes your plastic and does reduce them somewhat, but that's not a long-term solution because you're still ultimately stuck. If you look at it in the light, and under the right light, it looks terrible with patches all over. Now this, I would absolutely guarantee will work. And if you do this every once in a while, you can keep a perfect surface. I mean, look at the difference. And like I said, there's absolutely, the sheen is right there as it always was from the factory. It's dry, it's no grit, there's no scratch. I think this is like the best method I've seen, so I'm going to call this the best plastic cleaning tutorial on YouTube, as it was absolutely free and the results are amazing. Here's an overall look at what things look like, I guess, folks. Anyway, thanks a lot for tuning in, and we'll try and keep coming at you with the cheap tips and tricks and hacks. I hope to maybe have my chainsaw one up next. I'm going to try and maybe do that tonight or tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Like, share, subscribe. We'll talk to you next time, folks. Bye.